I got like 100 of them, about to lap niggas so they think they ahead of me, but I'm really in front of them now. Some of them.
Facts over feelings, bitch. Today we're going over 5 facts women hate. I'm a woman, so I don't like these facts either. But just because I don't like the facts, don't make them not facts. Let's get started, bitch. Fact number 1. The older you get, the less men want you. So old bitches get no love. All right? The older you get, the less men are going to want you in the dating market.
Can't reach my goals with everybody in my pocket. I can't trust the soul, but I know pain, but I can't block it. I can't block it. Hey, look.
Hey, she talk about old bitches don't get no love. And, I mean, that's not true. But she has a point based off the mentality of the people in the world. Because now we're living in a world where old bitches trying to be like young bitches. Either way, neither one of them trying to be women. So, a old bitch should never get no love from the young nigga that she try to bag. Because she want the upper hand. Because when she deal with men her age, she may have never dealt with a man her age. But she's dealt with niggas her age. So when she's dealt with niggas her age and they little boys, she get into, well, if I'm gonna deal with niggas my age and they act like little boys, shit, I might as well just go ahead and deal with the young niggas. See, but the young niggas, you always gonna be like a mama to them. Because if a young nigga dating an older woman, he need a mama. Because there's so many young females his age that's beautiful as fuck with fresh pussy. Not old pussy. And I ain't saying that old pussy can't be good pussy like fresh pussy, but you know she fresh pussy. She 25. She don't look 25. She 25. Now, she could have mileage, but it's still fresh pussy because she young. Now, there's levels to mileage, which I know some of these young niggas done found out. Salad bowl, it's a lot of air. It's a lot of air in there. But just to stay on subject, yeah, old bitches, they don't get no love, but it's really based off mentality. If she a woman, she's an older woman, she ain't really worried about that. You know what I'm saying? She gonna stand in the pain and wait for, what she deserved. But old bitches, yeah, they ain't gonna get no love because they keep trying to be something they not. And then they want more, but you're dealing with a motherfucker that will never give you more because you mama.
Number 2, when you are dating, your degrees and accolades mean nothing. Niggas don't give a fuck about your accolades, how many degrees you have. In fact, the only people that give a fuck about your accolades and your degrees are other bitches that are in competition with you and men that want to hire you for a job.
I turn my Nissan into a Benz with no mileage. Know my phone ringing, but I ain't picking up for nobody. But I just talked to Gotti. Ross say you a let.
Niggas don't give a fuck about degrees and all the accolades and shit. And she's right to a certain extent because of the term niggas, which means ignorant. It ain't got no color attached to it. It's like anybody could be a nigga. That's what they failed to tell you. Anybody could be a nigga. But when they say nigger with the ER, they talking about a specific people, preferably the Indians. So understand, anybody could be a nigga. You ignorant, you a nigga. So she say niggas don't give a fuck about degrees, and it's like, and you know what? Niggas don't. A man doesn't give a fuck about a degree, but he wants you to be smart, you know, like he wants you to be intelligent. So you really have to understand the difference between lame niggas and a man. You know, because you got these chicks out here today, be smart, intelligent, nerd as fuck, and they want a certain type of dude. But you also want a husband. But the type of dude you want is not husband material. You know what I'm saying? The type of dude you want is not who's going to recognize your intelligence and your value. You want a bad boy. That's what you want. You want the aura of the bad boy that has been created for you by the government, the gangster. You know, because that's what's been presented to you. You either want the gangster or the nigga with the money. But then you also want a husband too. You want your type to fall in line, but your type doesn't match up with what you want them to fall in line with. So niggas don't care about degrees. They don't, because they ain't got that. Nor did they try to get one. Nor were they on the verge of getting one. You having a degree only makes them feel more insecure. That's why you gotta stop dealing with motherfucking niggas, man. Find you a man.
And number 3, this is a really good one. You don't intimidate men. Men don't give a fuck how successful you are. It doesn't intimidate them. You can never compete or compare to a man.
20,000 on my eyelid. We the trending topic, nigga. Everything a profit, nigga. My little bitch ain't toxic, nigga. Grew up without an option, nigga. Operate for all the else.
Now, she didn't use nigga this time. She said, you can't intimidate a man. This is true. The reason why you can't intimidate a man is because a man, if he commits to you, it's because you are a woman or you've done a great job acting as if you were a woman to get that man to commit. See, because understand, niggas are intimidated by the success of a female or a woman. Because remember, and this is why I speak on these things and I try to break down the difference between girl, female, woman. These are stages. And female ain't necessarily part of the original stage. You go from a girl and you grow into a woman. Female and male are stagnant stages. But because of the world we live in, people are comfortable referring to themselves as female and male and don't understand their, co-signing Scientology when it comes to the female and male species. You're co-signing being a science project. But then you want to say you have free will. You can't have free will if you're a science project. So she says, man can't be intimidated. No, man can't be intimidated by her. But a nigga can. This is why these niggas act the way they act, because they are intimidated by her. The emotions, the insecurities. These are all because she got her shit together. And she with you who don't got his shit together. And you see this. You live with her. You use her car. She helped pay your bills. And she ain't holding it over your head or nothing. She just do this shit because she love you, like you her dude. Like she done committed to you. So she ain't doing this shit, like you ain't even got to feel a certain kind of way. But when you not a man and you not really, confident within yourself like that, you gonna feel a certain kind of way. You may not speak on it, but you gonna feel a certain kind of way. Because yes, she is powerful. And yes, that part of her that do that shit for you, and she don't really ask you for nothing back, You may just, hey, you can't find a job right now, then you got to do some extra shit around the crib. If you make sure that shit handled, she got a job. We won. Let her bless you. You feel me? But that intimidation, because of her true value and her true power that you're not being taught about. When you're in these scenarios, when you ain't got it, and she always got it, you gonna misinterpret the situation. Intimidation.
Number 4 is really gonna hurt a lot of you bitches' feelings, but I don't give a fuck because I'm here to give you facts. So, number 4, your kids are liabilities. Your kids are liabilities to any man that they don't belong to. Asset to you, liability to them.
Should've been doing 1,000 sit-ups. That shit you pull, that's on the hood. That's how the bro got hit up. Tell me who fucking with us.
Yo, she said your children are liabilities. Now she keeping it all the way real, like with that, because the one thing that's fucked up in this world is when people are dating and they have children, they don't include their children in their dating choices. They don't necessarily comprehend that if you have children and you're dating, you are not just dating for you. Just because you like the motherfucker don't mean they the motherfucker when you got children. Because if your children ain't feeling the motherfucker, it don't matter if you like the motherfucker or not. Why? Because you live with your children every day. You don't live with that motherfucker. These your children. They came out your punani. That motherfucker didn't come out your punani. So if those are not his children, when you're dating, you shouldn't disclude how your children reacts to who you are dating. Because one thing about children, they're still children, so they're not reacting from a manner whether they like them or not. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just got to understand whether the child is ready to have another motherfucker just haphazardly come in to your lives. And they have no idea who this motherfucker is. So their reaction to him ain't necessarily about, oh, I don't like them. It's about, motherfucker, I ain't familiar with you. And sometimes it's like, it don't mean it may not be a decent person to be in their lives, even though it's not their real pops. But sometimes you just have to be patient and not try to force the issue just based off how you feel because you got children. Now, if you got mature children to where, like, you know, you can see, like, then it's like, yeah, you know, still don't move too fast. But, you know, make sure you're doing the things to implement this other person in their life as well, the right way. You feel me? Because, yes, like she said, you know, you got children, they ain't the motherfucker children that you dating, they're a liability. He's not obligated to give a fuck about them unless you let it or make it be known that ain't no fucking with me if they don't fuck with you. Ain't no fucking with me if you don't understand they come with me. The same way you say you love me, you show that energy, my children gonna need that energy from you, and I need to see it to continue fucking with you, because I ain't gonna be just bringing your ass around my children and you ain't interacting or really trying to be that figure. It's like, shit, I need help with these motherfuckers.
Number 5, men hate extra shit. And when I say extra shit, niggas hate long nails, big ass eyelashes, makeup. The things that you take extra time to do, they hate that shit.
Hey, look what I did. I took every loss and then I turned that to a profit. I can't reach my goals with everybody in my pocket.
Now she used both this time. She said men and niggas. Now she said men don't like the extra shit. No, she go in and then she say niggas don't like the extra shit. See me, I'ma start this class. Like I said earlier, breaking down the difference between girl, female, woman, boy, male, man. See, because when you get all these niggas and bitches and shit, that shit fall under the female and the male category. These are portals that they create to keep you from becoming man and woman. If they can get you to go down the bitch savage portal, that's what they want you to go down. If they can get you to go down the lame nigga sperm donor portal, that's what they want you to go down. They don't want you to become that man and woman. Because becoming a man and woman comes with knowledge and understanding, healing, and recognizing. So they don't necessarily want you to become the man and woman, because you becoming a man, her becoming a woman, puts you in the position to understand what the system is doing. And they don't necessarily want you to understand that. So let's get back to this extra shit. She's correct. A man don't like the extra shit. A man loves the purity of you. You don't need no eyelashes, no extra eyelashes, because you already born with some for free. You don't need no extra eyebrows, because you're already born with some for free. You don't need no extra hair, because you're already born with hair for free. That man, he liked the purity of you. And the thing is, even if you presented yourself with all that shit when he met you, before he commit to you, he got to see the purity of you versus the mask. Now, a nigga don't give a fuck about none of that shit. He just want the pussy. See, a man ain't just about the pussy, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, he want the pussy too. You know what I'm saying? He used to be a nigga. So, it's the aspects of him that want the pussy too. But he's not being led by the pussy when it comes to establishment. When he becomes that man, what he establishes becomes important. You know what I'm saying? So, he may want pussy. Pussy may be powerful and very valuable to him. But he just want one pussy knot that he could build with. You feel me? So, it's like, nah, a man doesn't like that extra shit. He ain't gonna trip about it. If that's just what you do, that's what you do. But understand, that man, he's gonna be all over you when you ain't got none of that shit on. More so than when you put that mask on. Especially if you're beautiful without the mask as well.
I want to give you bitches a bonus, okay? This is a really, really good one. Lacking accountability will keep you single, bitch. Let me know if I left any facts off in the comments. I hope this helped.
Hey, look what I did. Hey, they keep hitting me like this, bro. Nigga, let's lock in. We ain't even locked in.
And she gave you a bonus. And in the bonus, she's talking about lacking accountability. This time she used man. So And she's correct. A man not gonna deal with you if you can't hold yourself accountable. You feel me? Like, when you wrong, you wrong. Quit trying to always switch up the narrative to try to make it right when you wrong. And the thing is, that's a big problem that the female have. You know, the woman, she will hold herself accountable. The female, she always trying to scheme. You know, if she ain't feeling you like that, or if she, been through a lot and on that game, game time type shit like that, she gonna scheme. And however way she deal with you, she gonna scheme. When she wrong, she's never gonna admit that she's wrong. She's always gonna try to flip it. And it ain't necessarily nothing she doing on her own. There's things that she's been through, motherfuckers that she's dealt with, and she handling you like that because she underestimated you. I know, because I'm the motherfucker that get underestimated. I'm the motherfucker that, they think not like that, but then they not too sure. But when it comes to the way I present myself, it's like, oh, nigga, you ain't been in the streets like that. It's like, you right. Because my mama moved me out of them. I was on my way. I was on my way. And I was like that dude like that. Not like, tooting the horn or being like, shit, I could get deaded like any other motherfucker. I ain't saying that. Motherfucker understand. I'm just saying I was that dude, just solid like that. Like, if my mama didn't move me, I'm like kingpin type shit. With the way my mind is, with the way I carry myself. Like, so it's like, yeah, nah, I ain't street like that. And I'm familiar with the streets. I know how to move in the streets. I've had to get in them. But I was born in them. So after that, like, when you born in a certain area and that certain area already put that stamp on you because of how you had to conduct yourself in that area, and nothing ain't gonna change that shit, bro. You can move, you can go to another city, go to another state. Ain't nothing gonna change that shit. Ain't nothing gonna change. The only motherfuckers that know is the motherfuckers that was there. You go to another city, another state, like, motherfuckers don't know you like that. So, like, what I'm saying is, to stay on subject, is I'm the one. I understand being underestimated or read the wrong way concerning who you are and what you're capable of. So when it comes to accountability, when it comes to these females, see, they in a broken state of mind. So they scheming. And they're not even really paying attention because it's like, shit, they done dealt with so many fucking niggas before they run into that man and realize they can't get their way the same way, or they can't get certain shit through the same way. but they don't know no other way to come. They don't know. They don't know how to hold themselves accountable. You know? And that's not really part of their nature, even as a female. But, you know, it's levels to the female. You know, when it comes to how broken the female law is. But it's still levels, because you got females on the verge of being women, but they still keep making certain type mistakes that, you know, kind of just keep them at the threshold of it. You know, but they damn near there. And then you got them other females, it's like they just stuck. Like, they may refer to themselves as a woman and a queen and all this other shit, but far from it. You know? And they real as fuck with their manipulation, so you need to be careful. You know, cause they will get in your shit, bro. They will. But yeah, a man, you gotta hold yourself accountable if you're gonna keep them. If you can't hold yourself accountable, if we can't have a discussion, a situation where you hold yourself accountable, because I'm gonna hold myself accountable, then yeah, you know, no matter how much I love you, you don't love me enough to keep it real with me, baby. You know? And if any motherfucker that you think is a man, you go through that shit with, and he still stay with you, and he don't hold you accountable, it's like, yeah, that nigga don't love you. I'm just saying, it sucks.